What are you afraid of when it comes to personal growth? I mean, if we're honest with ourselves, we have to acknowledge that fear is real. And unless we address it and face it, that fear can consume us. Fear does exist, and it's something that we have to address. Each of us has fears, and those fears can hold us back at times. So what exactly are we afraid of when it comes to personal growth? Well, depending on the individual, there could be a number of things, but allow me to highlight 3 categories of fears that I've noticed in my years of experience as a trainer and health coach, a parent and husband, marriage mentor, and as a person of faith. The first, and maybe the most obvious, is a fear of failing. I've certainly been afraid that I wouldn't succeed or that I wouldn't complete something that I set out to do, because there is risk in trying. There's risk in the attempt. I mean, if there was certainty, it wouldn't necessarily be an attempt. It would just be something that you do. But the fear of failing hits a nerve for many of us, especially when we are less confident in our ability or when we have doubts about our success. And there's a tendency to feel as though failure at this thing that I'm attempting would just be added to the long list of things that I didn't do or didn't accomplish, thereby reinforcing what some of us think we know about ourselves, that we can't succeed. That's fear of failure. The next type of fear is fear of discomfort. This is the fear of trying or starting something new because it will make us, or it will take us out of our comfort zone. We are creatures of comfort, and intentionally seeking or embracing discomfort goes against our very nature. The reason why we have many of the unhealthy habits and fewer healthier habits is because comfort often trumps the sacrifices needed to grow and improve. It's certainly more comfortable for me to stay in my warm bed in the morning than it is to get up and exercise in the cold. It's more comforting for me to eat ice cream than salad. And for many, it's even more comforting to remain busy than to take time to sit down, reflect, and spend time with loved ones. Change is truly hard. It takes us out of our comfort zone. We ask ourselves, what exactly am I signing myself up for? I'm pretty comfortable now. Why would I change that? It is this fear of discomfort that creates that strong gravitational pull that works to keep us stagnant, to keep us where we are without moving forward. And the truth is, in just about everything in life, if you're not moving forward, you're actually moving backwards, because the world is changing around us. So that's fear of discomfort. And the final category of fear that I'll mention is fear of success. Now, this sounds strange, I know, but sometimes we're afraid of the uncertainty and commitment that comes with succeeding in our goal. What if I'm successful at exercising 4 to 5 times a week? Will I have trouble keeping that up all year or forever? What if I do well with more veggies in my diet? Will I have to worry about eating like that forever? What if I'm able to lose the weight? What's to say I won't gain it back again? How can I be sure? What if I make a commitment to be a better partner to my spouse, a better parent to my children, stronger in my faith and beliefs? Am I ready to sign up for that? This subconscious fear of success holds many of us back because we're afraid of commitment. So that's fear of success. So whether it's fear of failure, fear of discomfort, or fear of success, it's all fear, right? But here's the thing, that in order to change, to improve, or to grow, we must face our fears, each and every one of them. If you let fear of failure grip you, you'll never try. And if you don't try, you certainly won't succeed. And when it comes to fear of success, try to embrace the long-term commitment that comes with being successful by taking it one day at a time. If your goal is personal growth, that's a long-term goal. The point is to change for the better, for good. Yes, it may mean that you have more of a responsibility to maintain your healthier state, but isn't that what we want? And by the way, over time, it actually gets easier to maintain. And then finally, regarding our fears of discomfort, I think James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, said it best. He said, "Many people delay taking action because they hope to avoid suffering. They keep searching for a path that won't involve trade-offs. But some form of suffering is always inevitable. The process of taking action is the process of choosing your pain. And while I wouldn't necessarily call it suffering or pain all the time, I certainly agree that discomfort is part of the deal. That's the very reason why change is hard. The classic example of choosing your pain that James Clear mentions is regular exercise now or dealing with health issues later. Do you want to invest in your marriage now or invest in counseling later? Do you want to sacrifice to be a more engaged parent now or try to mend relationships with your children later? So whether it's fear of failing, fear of success, or fear of discomfort that's holding you back, turn and face those fears and claim the change, that victory that you deserve.